don't be fooled by the people around you. The richest people on the planet prefer investing in businesses, not real estate. There's a reason why 66% of people own homes, but only 1% are rich. Looking at the bottom 50% on the right-hand side, most of their wealth is stuck in their primary residence or real estate. Looking at the richest on the left-hand side, 61% is stuck in business equity. A lot of people make the mistake of saying, of course they're invested in business. They have a lot more money, so when they buy a home, they have less allocated to the home. But that is wrong. The richest people on the planet do not buy a giant mansion and try and grind their business and investments out from under that weight. That is what the poor and middle class do. They dump all their money into a primary residence, try and build up their investments, but it's too late. Too much money is dumped into the home. You can see here on the right-hand side, the bottom 80% of people put most of their money in a primary residence. When they try and build financial assets, it's too late. The weight is too heavy. It's eating up too much money. The left side, the top 1%, they put a lot of money in financial assets. That grows very quickly, so when they eventually buy a primary residence, it's so simple.
Decided to buy a house when the down payment was about 10% or so of my net worth, because I really felt I wanted to use the capital for other purposes. But starting off, and I told Susie, I said, now, you know, there's two choices. It's up to you. We can either buy a house which will use up all my capital, clean me out, and it'll be like a carpenter who's had his tools taken away from him, or you can let me work on this, and someday, who knows, maybe I'll even buy a little bit larger house than would otherwise be the case. So she was very understanding on that point, and we waited.
By minimizing their shelter costs, they're able to build up huge financial assets, so when they eventually buy a primary residence, it's not a big deal. Don't break the 23 rule for buying a home. At least 20% down and pay no more than 3 times gross annual household income. This rule does not tell you what's available in the market. You could be making $250,000, but if homes around you are $5 million, you can't afford it. It tells you what you can afford. By not breaking the rule, you have enough money to invest in business. You can see here that the richer people get, the more they dump into business investments. The more you dump into a primary, the heavier the anchor gets. Remember, you live in a home, but you will always live off your investments. That is why it is misleading when people say, real estate has created more millionaires than any other asset class. That's actually wrong. There is no source for such a claim. And who cares if you have a $2 million home, but you have to work all the time and you can't support the property? You will live a better life if you had a $2 million investment portfolio. Learn the lessons about money that homeowners don't know. Download my free newsletter linked off the bio. Good luck. Take care.